everyone, I am back. Can you believe it? It has been quite a while. I think it's been about close to 3 months. I just tried to do a video. Everything was falling. It was a mess. I probably got about 10 minutes into it. And I'm doing it again. My coffee is lukewarm. But I am here. I am here. I'm going to show you my finishes from the last few months. And I will show you my whips. I have a couple of things of haul to show you, but everything has been put away. I got that pumpkin at Hobby Lobby, those little star things. It's a finish for 4th of July. Yeah. Things are put away. Only this recent stuff that I put on my table that I have. I gotta dip down, sorry. Work has been crazy. It has been absolutely crazy. Trying to get things in order here. I have been going in early because we had 2 ladies quit, and then back to back right after the school year started. And then we had one lady who transferred to another, to an elementary cafeteria. She transferred back, so we're glad to have her back. And then we got a new hire, and a week later, she quit. So I'm back to going in early with another coworker, and her and I are working our fannies off. I come home, it's like I give everything I have there. I come home and I feel like there's not a whole lot left. So Sunday, which is today, I try and get everything in order in my house because on the weekdays, I don't really want to do a whole lot. I probably stitch about 4 days a week if you add the weekend. Sometimes 5. There's probably Thursday and Friday I don't stitch because by then I'm just beat. I'm exhausted. Lunch does not end until 1 on Thursdays and Fridays, the last lunch, because we have 2 lunches in the high school. And we clock out at 1:45, and some people clock out at 1. So for us who stay until 1:45, we've got a lot to do because some people have to clock out at 1. And that's just their shift. It's not their fault. It's their shift. So I am beat, I am sore, and I am tired when I come home. My husband is not here. He is back to doing seasonal truck driving for UPS. He drives the big rigs. He doesn't deliver to the houses. And he's their first call back from last year, and they said they would be absolutely in shock if he's not permanent, which means we will be selling our home and moving. So I just had to put my head on straight this weekend and go to work. Grateful that I have that. Grateful that I am working with the people that I'm working with because they are amazing. You know, you got your little gripes and complaints and this and that, and then at the end of the day, or at the end of the week, you're like, I can't imagine working with anybody else. And we're like a family, you know, we really are. We have worked as a team, and for us who've been there a long time, this is my 6th year, and it's always been at that same school. We can tell each other's moods. We just work well. It's like a extended part of your family. And it'll be hard to leave. It's not going to be hard with the job. The job this year is brutal. It is. They've changed the entire menus, and the food we're pumping out of that place is insane. And it's not because there's more kids, but there's more choices, which is great for the kids because that's why we're there. It's just really, really stressful and hard to get it all done in the time that we're given. We really need one more person. We are supposed to have 11. And my coffee's cooling down already. We started out with 10 when I was there, and last year we had to add somebody, and we really need another person, but just or if we don't have another person, just extend one person who leaves at one, and that would probably be helpful. But oh well, it is what it is. So that's what's happening in my life, and that's why you haven't seen me, because I've just been so busy, or I've just been so tired. uh, I'm lucky I know my name. I'm lucky when I get off of work I can make it home, and I've been really, really hurting. My hands, I have been grabbing some small projects and stitching in the afternoon, and then stitching my larger projects on some days, on good days, and my hands start giving out, and I'm going to have to, starting today, tonight, I'm going to have to start using my little hoops and thread stand. I'd love to get one of those other ones that's really good and sturdy, but just can't afford that right now. Maybe one day. But my hands start cramping. I finished up a section of one of my cross stitches today, and I had to stop every couple minutes and shake my hands because my hands would go numb. It's getting worse with this schedule and going in early. It's been really, really hard. My hands are getting a workout at work, making up for the person who quit and doing my job. So I and my other coworker, we go in early, and I'm there for about another hour extra, and we both team up for that person's job, and it is hard. It is hard to do that and my job. So, but if I leave, I will miss everyone. I keep telling myself that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what a few things I have out that I left out for a haul, so I can put them away. I'm out of order. I am getting the Cottage of the Month. I'm in my craft room, and the light here, my husband wants to change this light for me. Just haven't done it. And then I've been getting, these. I get it from the beach cottage club something website. I'll link it below if I can remember. But this is so much prettier than what it shows, trust me. And then this is September. It's a surprise every month. It's mystery. And I did not get October's and then the March. I don't know if the email just didn't get to me, if it got lost, but I never received it. So some days back I asked them about it, and then they billed me. So that'll be coming in. Then I also got this from Mylittlestitchy's live sell. And I just want to say a big thank you to her. Hi, Michelle, for everything that you do for raising money to find a cure for Alzheimer's. She knows this, that my mother was struck with Alzheimer's, and she fought it for 9.5 years. I did try to win other things, but I was glad I got something. But yeah, she suffered with that for 9.5 years, or we all really suffer. The whole family suffers. And then she finally passed away from pneumonia. It was her third bout. Her body could no longer do it anymore. Unfortunately, it was not easy passing. It took about a week, and it was heartbreaking. It was horrible. Alzheimer's it's a thief. It steals from you. It steals, it takes, and that's all it does until there's nothing left to take, and then you're gone. And as family members and friends, people who love you, you could just sit back and do the best you can for them. But the disease itself, you really can't do much. All of us who've had a loved one suffer from something like that, we always hope, that was my dog burping, sorry. We always hope that one day somebody who's diagnosed with that, the doctor will be able to look at them and say, you know, we're not going to take this lying down. We can fight this. Yeah. My sister suffered from cancer twice. Her first time, she was at the beginning stages of 5. They basically told her she needed to get her affairs in order. I had already lost one sister, and I had lost my mother. But she fought it. She fought it. She didn't just take it lying down. She gave it everything she had. And she's here. And she's cancer-free. Out of both times. I hope one day somebody can say, I'm Alzheimer's free. So, yeah, thank you so much for everything you do. You see the pain and suffering from family members. You see the deterioration from the ones that suffer from it. And being involved in that part of the world, that ugly, heartbreaking, part of that community of people who've gone through this. We just thank you so much for showing awareness and doing this live sale and the auctions and raising the money. And thank you for everyone who has shown up to that and purchased, and everybody who donated. It's pretty amazing to see everybody come out for what Michelle did and stand strong and work together. So that's pretty incredible. So thank you so much. And now I'm going to show you some more whips, or not whips, but haul. So I have purchased all 3. That does not show it. Here it is. Of the Barbara Anna Designs Black Cat Hollow, which I did start. This is the 3rd one, but here they all are. And it's in that whip box right over there. And I didn't get very far. Samantha from Crafting Between Stitches and Lollipop Stitcher started that as a sal, and I failed miserably. I started back to work. That's what happened. And then Creative Poppy sent me a email that Barbara Anna had a new design. I got these like a while back. I got that, and then when I was searching, I saw this one, and they had me at Dachshund. That's my Charlie right there. I call him my Char Char. He is my sexy little Dachshund, who's suffering from a bladder infection, my poor baby. 2nd bladder infection. So if this medication doesn't take care of it, we have to check him for, do an x-ray for kidney stones. And if there's no kidney stones, then we got to do a whole other thing to make sure there's no underlying issue. My baby. This is, well, you're looking at it, Sweet Nothings for Christmas. You can read it, and I can't. I saw this on a Flosstube, and I am sorry, but I cannot remember because I have been doing a lot of Flosstube watching. Even when I'm just sitting there having lunch. On the weekend, of course. But saw this. My dream is to have a small Christmas tree with nothing but cross-stitch ornaments. One day. So I got that. And then I got my Color Cotton Floss. I've gotten more, and I've gotten the fabric, It's all put away. But I got this about too long ago and I just left it on my table. I changed over to 2 of each kind, which are 3 colors that I get. Did that a few times, and then I switched over again, and instead of getting 2 of each kind, I'm getting just 3, or sorry, not 3, 5 colors. The floss, or I'm sorry, I am really having a hard time. Finish my coffee. The fabrics, I was getting 14 count for a while, which is put away. And when I changed that over, I changed my fabric over to, did I say floss again? Or did I say fabric? Switched it over to 18 count. I am not starting this video over again. I will just bumble through it. Alrighty. So there's that. And the only other thing I got is I could not pass it. I could not pass it down. I got this. I stopped off at Michael's for 1 skein of floss. 1. And I walked out with this. Not the stuff in it, but the box. They had this. It was fall discount for 70% off. And I think this runs $19.99. And I paid like... Was it $19.99? I don't know. I can't see. I don't know. I know I only paid like $4 for it, $4 or something like that. I can't remember. $19.99, $24.99. Anyhow, these are too big for a binder, so I've always just stuck them in my bookcase. That's right there. But I saw this and I'm like, cross-stitch gold can go in there. I have more cross-stitch golds. I just need to collect them. I think there's some in my bedroom. I sit in my bed and I tag some things in the evening. So they'll go here. This one here is divided. So I put my little charts in. I've been wondering where I can... That's done. Not fully done. But I've been wondering where I could put them. This is perfect. So yeah, I love it. I just need to find a happy place for it. Oh. Can't wait till I get my craft room more organized over the next couple of days, so I can do a craft room tour for you guys, hopefully by the end of the week. Okay, so let's show my finishes. I'm going to take these out and then put them back in. Just like that. Hope my phone doesn't die. Doesn't hold a charge all that great. So I got Blooming Flower finished. I started this January of 2017, and this was my very first y'all think of the name. Stitch Along? Oh my goodness. It was the magazine Stitch Along that I did. At least one chart from a magazine every month for 2017. And I just finished this over like towards the end of summer. And I only have 3 more seasons to do. But I feel like I've got my bearings on this. The words were more overwhelming than what I thought. But then I started just doing like a word or a phrase a day or a couple of them in a week. And I could manage that. That's when I started getting it done. Then I finished Lizzie Kate's Thankful String. That was done on a, by the way, 28 count white piece of fabric from the craft store. MCG Textiles, I believe. This here is done on a 28 count. I think it's oatmeal. Something like that. I got it at the craft store. I did not change it around. I love Priscilla's little pumpkin. But this brain, it's not changing anything. I just, can't. I'm going to dip down. Sorry. It flew off my table. I did this free chart from the Snowflower Diaries. I did this over the summer. I actually did it when my sister was staying with me for a week. And she sees me stitching this all the time and then something else, and I talked to her the other day and she's like, hey, how's your cross stitching doing? Before I would say, oh, I'm cross stitching. Oh, okay. But when she saw me design, or not design, stitch these things and see it actually turning into something, she was always saying, let's see what you stitched now. Let's see how far you've gotten. So what did you finish? So now she can kind of connect with my cross stitching a little more. But one thing I chose to do was, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to change my mind or not. You can tell me what you think. I did not stitch this. My idea was, there's a little butterfly. I was going to find a butterfly button, which I can't find at the craft store, so I would probably have to order one. And I was going to put a butterfly button there, which I thought would be really cute. Don't fall. But here it is. This is the cutest thing for a free chart. Hello? I mean, I would pay money for this chart. Cute. But yeah, it would go right here and I would put the butterfly there. Or I would do the flower, go back, because it would take me a sitting to do the flower, because this flower is beautiful. I love how it turned out. And believe it or not, this is done on a 14 count. I think it's like an antique white. This is a piece of fabric that was given to me from a coworker that I used to work with. She came into the school with a box and said, I'd like to give this to you. And there was all kinds of stuff in there. So she taped it, and then she marked it, and then she never stitched anything on it. So, yeah, what do you think? You think I should go back and stitch that flower? It is really cute. It's more adorable when you actually stitch them up. Or try and find a butterfly button. I will probably be turning this into a pillow. That was my original thought. I was going to turn it into a pillow, and then I was going to put it, the fur, I was going to put it like in a little basket or something and put it on a table with some other like little tiny pumpkins. So I'll be doing that next year. So, yeah, there's that. Then, just let me know below what you think. Watch me get a whole variety of answers. Here is my Peter Polar Bear, all done. It's hard to see in this room, the white. Done on 14 count, blue, from one of those fabrics that's in a tube at... I think I got it Joann Fabrics. I don't know. Maybe Michael's. I go to Michael's more because it's on my way home from work. I did Kitty Kitty, so Peter Polar Bear's done. And this is the free chart from Brooks Books on Etsy. And it's the Advent calendar, so yeah. I have 23 more to go. The next one's a mouse. And then I have... This is the last one. A bunch of these were done in the summer. Peter Polar Bear was done here not too long ago. Oh, Halloween tree is done. And it has been done. Can't wait to iron it. That's another question. So, yeah, I got this done in the summer. And I am thrilled. And I wanted it completely finished. I was going to frame it, and I still plan on doing it this way. Even talked to my husband, he thought it would look awesome. I was going to just get a used frame somewhere because I was going to paint it, spray paint it black, and then frame this, and then put like little embellishments on the frame. that would go with this. But now that Easter, now that Halloween is only a couple of days away, and we may move, this will just be put in my drawer of shame until next year, because it'll be easier to move. But I'm going to do this a little closer. What I changed, the only thing I changed was I changed the 2018 to black, and I think it was charted for this color right here. Then I gave the snake an eye. It was supposed to not have a stitch, and I did black. And then, of course, as you all know, and here's my arm, I did, oh, that made it sparkle. I did the bubbles and the brew DMC metallic green. And the reason why I chose that horrible DMC is because it was local to me, and I was almost done with this and I wanted to finish it up. It is a pain in the butt to stitch with, but I went about it saying this is what I want, this is what I'm going with. Not the DMC, but the color and the sparkle. And so when I get frustrated, just put it down, Fran, and stitch a little on what's left, which wasn't a whole lot. So I divided my time, I got it done. I didn't get angry, I didn't scream, I didn't stomp my feet. Maybe in my head a couple of times. But I got it done. And I love it. When I showed my husband, because he's not like heavily into Halloween, I thought, I wonder what he's going to think. But he really liked it. The keys is Krennic, which was already charted in that. And if I had it to do over again, what I would have loved to have done, because it would have went with this color, is I would have done silver and gold. So, there are 4 keys. I would have done 1 each of the big ones and 1 each of the small ones. But I am not taking those out. And I am loving it the way it is. And I am thrilled with that one. So those are all my finishes. That is my haul. And so now I will show you my whips real quick. And then I've got to get outside and grab all my cushions off my deck, wipe them down, let them dry from the horrible rainstorm. Even though my deck is covered. And get them ready for my husband to come home soon, either tonight or he'll be driving back here tomorrow, depending if he has to work tonight. He got tomorrow and the next day off. My youngest son is getting married on the 30th. So he's going to be home for that. And so he's going to help me get those up into the attic. My son would do it. He'd climb up there. He climbs up there for me anytime I need him to. I don't know if I said that or not. I'm not living here alone. My son and future daughter-in-law are living here with me. They're not here a lot. They're at work right now. But we're just kind of helping them get settled into an apartment of their own. They were in an apartment with friends, and it was kind of making it hard on their relationship with their friends. So, yeah. And then it gives me somebody here if I need anything, so. Yeah. So these are my whips, and I am so behind on this again. I really love it. I've just been tired. But this is my cross-stitch temperature chart 2018. And I had it all up to date, and I was stitching it every Sunday for the previous 7 days, and I haven't done it for about a month. And I'm supposed to stitch on this today. So I may stitch like a few every day or something. I don't know. It's really fast to catch up on, but I feel really bad. And I was going to stitch 2019, but I think I'm going to wait. If we move, I'd like to wait until we were there at the beginning of another year, which would, we don't know. We don't know if we'll sell our house in this summer or 2020. We're kind of playing it by ear. We're just taking it a day at a time. So, I would like to stitch a full year, that if we do move into a different area, because like it's different weather there, and then compare them. So that would be fun. Then I'm also working on the wolf for a friend. It was supposed to be for her birthday, and her birthday has come and gone. So I'm hoping for Christmas. Whoops. It is a 4-page chart, and I basically have a page done. There's only a few stitches here, and then a little right here that I have to do, and I will have one full page done. This is what I'm going to start on tonight and start working on that. But it's really, really cute. I don't think I've been telling you any more of the colors or the fabric. Barbara Anna was done on a 28 count cream that I got on 1, 2, 3 stitch. The temperature chart's done on an 18 count, or I'm sorry, a 14 count, kind of like a cream. And this is done on a 14 count white. Doesn't look white in here, but it is white. So, been doing that. And then I have got my Old Faithful Happily Ever After from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I have to look at the name. And believe it or not, I stitched on this a little earlier, and I got October done. So here I am so far. I'm pretty close. Well, I think not quite halfway done with the title in the middle. And this is the one I just finished, so I'm not too worried about the borders. I think I had said if I finish the border part in January, I would be fine with it as long as I got all of the blocks done. But I am doing my best to get these things finished. So since the last you saw it, I'm not quite sure. I think you saw the Wind in the Willow, but I got Aladdin done. Is it the Wind in the Willow? I don't know. There's the Ugly Duckling that I finished. And then just finished Sword in the Stone. So there it is. 2 more. I am going to put this away. When I did September, I did it at the very end of the month. And I had to go 3 days into October, so I kept it out, and it's taking me this whole time to finish this part because I just haven't given a lot of my time to stitching. Like when I sit down to stitch, sometimes I only stitch for half an hour because I'm just so tired. The only other thing that I have is I started this and I didn't get very far, and I'm supposed to finish it. And that is the Black Lace Sampler from Rosewood Manor. I have been doing this for several years. Oops. I'm too tired to finish things, and there's some things I want to finish that is so simple. I want to wrap it around sticky board, put some fabric around it, call it good, and I don't even do that. Oh, come on. But this is as far as I've gotten. Pretty sad, huh? So I saw Michelle Bendy have an app called Tiny Decision, and I loved it. And so I've even put it on my Instagram. I downloaded the app and put my whips in there, and basically what I do is I give it a spin, and whatever it comes up with is what I will pull out of my box, and I will work on that whip until I finish it. Peter Polar Bear was my first one, and I was pretty thrilled because it felt doable for my very first one. This ended up being my second one. The only one that I am not putting in is the wolf, because I want to get it done for Christmas. It's not something I just want to have in a box and wait until it comes up on the Tiny Decision app. And my Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, because I want to stitch that every month and have it done, you know, at each block. Other than that, all my whips are in there. And this was my next one, and this is a feat, let me tell you. Look at all of that. Once I get stitching on it, I should put that back in there. It's really, really fun. And I cannot wait to finish it. It's supposed to go in my living room. But I have so many whips. I have 20 some whips. Not sure exactly how many. And I feel like, why am I starting these and then only going so far, and then they get stuck in a box? I hardly have any cross stitch out in my house. It makes no sense at all. And I just keep getting these charts, and I start them, or I store the charts, and nothing happens to them. I never started this one. This. Oh, yeah, this is one I finished. Sorry. Huh, I just lied. But yeah, I have these magazines with all these tags. I have more. And I only have like a couple things in my house. And one's a little tiny pillow that I finished. If I move my camera, it's going to probably fall. My camera's broken. My little sunflower pillow. It's ridiculous. I have nothing on my walls in my craft room. And I have all these charts to do for my craft room. My Christmas, classic Christmas charm. Haven't touched it in months. It's just sitting there, looking stupid. I need to do something. I have all this stuff. So, I'm trying to get these things done by picking one and just working on it until it's done. I gotta map out time for it. My husband's asking for his blanket that I'm loom knitting. And it's sitting out there. And he's back in a cold part of the state. Second year without his blanket. So I'm going to work on that today too. This is ridiculous. It's almost done. So yeah, I just need to, we need to get somebody hired in there. That's what we need to do. So that I can go back to my regular shift. Alright, that's my cue. My phone is dying. So I'm going to get off of here at 38 minutes and upload this right away so you know that I'm alive. I will do my best to get this craft room straightened up and organized today, along with everything else I'm doing, and try and do a video at the end of the week, because it's going to be a busy week the next few days, and I will do my best. It is not done being painted, but I will talk about that when I do the video. So I'm going to get off of here. Thank you all so much for subscribing. Thank you all so much for showing up and watching me after all this time, for hanging in there with me, even though it's been quite a while. I really just wanted to get this thing out, no matter what my background mess is, no matter how frazzled I am. My hair is up in a bun, or a ponytail. It was supposed to be in a bun. But I'm here. I'm alive. I'm alright. I hope everyone else is alright. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I hope you all have a great Halloween. I don't hand out candy. I haven't handed out candy in a couple years because my dogs start barking. I have 5 of them. Little ankle biters that just made some noise. I'm going to leave on that note. So, Rico. I will talk to all of you later. Yeah. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye.